66, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jalen Tolbert,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
42 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
They go play action with Hurts.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, 26 yards.
And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Pollard again. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. To throw is Prescott.
Looking downfield for Pollard. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 23-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Touchdown!
Devontae Smith.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And just shedding him off there.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Prescott now.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down throw for Prescott. This pass completes a Pollard on the out route. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Cowboys at 4-6 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going,
puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So he stopped for no gain. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prescott on 3rd and 2.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat. And there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
25 yards that time.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Michael Gallup. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. On the draw, it's Pollard. And able to work his way down to the 16. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
They'll run for it with Pollard.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jalen Tolbert.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
1-yard gain.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. There the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pollard will take it up the gut, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Second down, here's Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is indeed good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now it's Swift to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
A little juke. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Pollard.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Left side to Lamb.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Full right side taken in by Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
He'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds ends up getting 7.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, it's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14.
Eagles 40, Cowboys 26. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
That's got this one complete to Pollard.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. In the backfield to pass protect, and sometimes try to protect the QB, you hold.
And the key word, as you noted, protect, right? Sometimes you get out of position, get out of whack. It's just quarterback protect mode, and he got nailed for the penalty.
Now Prescott going to change the play.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Now look out, DeAndre Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Eagles extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Tolbert.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw is Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift
finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Eagles are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Eagles 54, Cowboys 26. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was... dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 101 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
28-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine.